Welcome to HotKeys Esports. I am Doban. This is
Yes,
Preyter.
sir.
We're back with another year of esports shenanigans, what we love dearly here at the show. And if you love esports shenanigans and all things esports, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more, and leave a comment down below. What was your favorite moment from last year, and what are you looking forward to this year in esports? It's January, the start of the year. End of January as the time of recording. So a couple things have already come and gone in the way of tournaments and news. But yeah, we just wanted to get together here, Prater and I, to kind of recap what happened last year, the highs and lows of esports, and look towards the future, things that we are excited about, things that we're not so excited
Yeah.
about, and share our thoughts. Prater, do you want to kick it off?
Sure, yeah. We wanted to go over, obviously, we wanted to go over some stuff, maybe some highlights from last year a little bit, and then, look towards the future. And for me, highlights, like, I don't know, all in all, I think there's some good stuff to look back at last year as far as tournament content. I think there's some really good fighting game sets and things. But in particular, I think for me, the highlight of 2025 was absolutely the phase run at the major. I don't think, for me personally, I don't think anything tops it. I thought it was magic the whole way through. Even though it ended on a little bit of a sour note, with the grand finals against Vitality, I think Kerrigan's speech afterwards was really great, and like just that, to me, that was my 2025 esports highlight. Was absolutely the phase run at the major, dude. It was so good.
Yeah, definitely for me as well. I really enjoyed that whole storyline of, I mean, even throughout the entire
Yes.
year, right? Like the phase run at the major was kind of the cap off to just the rockiest year. I think that,
And it doesn't. It
that
starts
organization has,
rocky,
like,
and I think
had.
that's what really makes it something special.
Yeah,
Because boy, that stage, the stage one, was so rough. You were just like, "Holy shit!" FaZe is
like
like
dropping games
squeaking.
to
Yeah, like
nobodies.
they are squeaking by against tier fucking C teams. Like, oh no.
Yeah, and listen, man, and you know what? With Blast Bounty, they
I guess you're right.
in
I
phase
didn't even think
form.
about that. The year continues.
Yeah, in proper phase form, they drop to a team of some like tier 3 bots, if you
Fucking
want to call them that.
eyeballers, bro. The fucking eyeballs.
Eyeballing that trophy is what's going on. But yeah, no, the phase run is definitely something for the history books, and also, I mean, that entire major, right? It solidifies Vitality's their
Yes.
era, right? Their
Right.
dynasty in CS2.
We're here. We're living it. No, it's no more debating. Two majors now in a row.
It is what it is. Yeah, like it's you can say they're the second half of the year, the second season or whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it, was not their greatest showing, but
It's funny to call that not their
you can't
greatest
take away the
showing
major
when isn't it
wins.
just them getting like second a couple times? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a couple like second or third place finishes every now and again, and then they win like everything else and take the major. Uh, Drop maybe one game there, but yeah, it's, I mean, we're now in the year of the Hornet with the Vitality era in Counter Strike 2.
Bees up.
And it's exciting. It's exciting to see, Blast Bounty going on and
Liquid's still in it
all these up
in
and
the
coming
top 8 for
teams.
Blast Bounty.
Yeah, Liquid's making moves. The break seems to put them back in
They
better
seem to be
form.
looking solid.
So
Well, I think
GA,
the real test will come with this set against Falcons, right? For sure. But yeah.
yes. Once they're getting into the real nitty gritty, the top teams, the top 8, everybody's in it to
Yes.
win it now.
No more freebies.
Everything's on the line. Yeah, no more freebies. Now you have to actually play the game. I think the best news to come out of CS2 going into the new year is Anubis is back.
I agree with you. I guess, yeah, let's get started. So, right, the whole thing we want to do is we want to talk about, and now that we've gone over that, let's just bang into it. We want to go through, yeah, like fucking game by game and talk about, maybe some stuff we're excited for about that game, maybe some stuff that we're not so excited for, and, some greater takes about the industry going into 2026. But yeah, let's start with Counter-Strike. I agree with you. Anubis being back is a W for me too. That is exciting.
Yeah, I love it. It took out
It took out Train,
not Overpass. Took
which,
out
like,
Train. Not super happy about losing Train. I would have much rather have got rid of
Right.
Overpass. I hate that map.
Or Inferno.
But
Like, I don't know. Like,
or Inferno.
yeah.
Yeah. You can if you give me back Train, take out Overpass, and then swap Inferno for Cash. I think we
Pretty
have
banger
probably
list.
one of the greatest
Yeah, I would
years in
say a
Counter
pretty
Strike
banger
2
list. I agree with
ever.
you. Because,
Ever.
yeah, I'm kind of over Inferno. I'm kind of over Dust 2, to be
Everybody
perfectly
loves
honest.
Inferno. Boomer map, man. Also
Yeah.
terrible map. That map. I have nothing good to say about Dust 2 outside of the legacy that Dust 2 has on FPS games, and that's kind of all it has
Right.
going for it. Iconic map, sure. Just because iconic does not mean it's good. Does not mean it's good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
We can move on. You can always queue that up in competitive. You can always just play casual matches on it for Premier or for any other deeply competitive setting. Get it out of here.
The RX-78 of
Get it out.
maps.
The RX-78 of Counter-Strike. So real.
We love it. We've moved past it. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. We have Wing Zero. Like, come on.
You have a million. Don't get me started. You have a million variations of the RX-78 that are completely It set the blueprint.
Yeah.
It set the
Mirage.
blueprint. We've done better things since. Anything else for Counter-Strike? Anything any other things you're excited about or maybe not so stoked on?
Skins. I want to see more skins this year. Where's my next armory pass? I need to gamble more.
Yeah, I guess for
Editor, put in the clip of Trax NYC screaming, "Where's my fucking money?" But put like Valve on the put Gabe's face on him. And then put my wallet.
I am curious
on the other guy's
if
face.
I guess on the more curiosities of 2026 for Counter-Strike, I'm very curious. Obviously, the mystery of cash is now continuing for what feels like, is this the second or third year in the row now that we're just like, is it coming? Like, what are we doing?
We've seen the screenshots of the map. Like, we know it's new.
They keep doing their dumb tweet something and delete it tease about it.
Yeah, I think they they had an exhibition match on like an unfinished version of it.
Yeah, I don't
right like at the last
I don't
major.
remember. There was something with that. They had the tweet just this year at the start of this season where they're like, we're looking forward to 2026, and the 0 in 2026 was the radiation symbol, and then they deleted the tweet and changed it to normal 2026.
Just drop the map.
That's what I'm saying. I'm over it. I'm over the cat and mouse games with it. Drop the fucking map.
I don't care if Deadlock needs a new update. Give me the fucking map.
Yeah, just release the map. I'm over it. I'm curious. My other curiosity is beyond the mystery of cash is, are the laptops the future of CS skins? Are we gonna have to barter with a bot that's like, do you want to pay us $400 for the stat track?
Not. I hope not. I understand there's like it's like to incentivize people to use the market or whatever, or like the Steam market, because Valve wants a cut.
It's that, but at the same time it's also them setting a price, and they are now choosing internally to set the price of a red rifle a red rifle at StatTrack factory new at $1,500. Like, that's insane, like they're setting that price. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. I agree with you. It's nuts. It's
You don't get to choose that. You don't get to be as secondary markets exist. Yeah. And like I said, you're basically saying now, Valve say that this AK, this M4 is $1,500. Like, come on. It's ridiculous. Are we kidding? Are we joking? Like, what is that?
Yeah, no, it's borderline criminal. But to move away from the cosmetic side of things, back to esports real quick. Copenhagen Major is almost upon us. I mean, it's the first major of the year is always a big one. Kind of see what's been cooking during the off season, what teams have been doing to set themselves apart and to kind of level up in terms of
Mhm.
competition. You think we're gonna see another Vitality kind of like pull through to the finish? Do you think that there's any teams looking particularly strong or sounding fairly strong based on what you've heard from training camps or
So for me,
anything like that that are going into this new
yeah,
season?
for me, the projects that stand out in my mind, can FaZe recapture what they did? We'll see, because I don't think there'll be any roster changes, and I think clearly from that
Yeah.
major run, it shows that they have high highs, and clearly from the blast bounty we see right after, they still have low lows. So like,
Yes.
it's just like, what are
Yes.
we gonna do with this roster? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
The one to look at, because I don't think the Vitality era is ending anytime soon. What I want to know is, obviously, we have two major question marks right now. One of which we have a little bit of data on, which is the new Spirit lineup. Because that lineup, in theory, sounds, if you can finally, Chopper out,
Magic's in,
Magic's
Dwayne
back
Perry.
in, now is IGL.
Yeah.
What's
6-7ing his way to the grand finals.
Yeah, that's my IGL. But in theory, right, if you have someone, a new IGL, a new take, if Spirit now has more shooters that can play off donk aggression, that is a much scarier lineup on paper to me, right? Like, if you have a that's more willing to commit.
And it takes a lot of pressure off of donk so he doesn't walk from that team.
Exactly. So I think we'll see how that shakes out at Blast Rivals, now in the top 8 there. But like, yeah, I think that Spirit in theory can be extremely scary. On top of that, the other question mark that we have no data on, and we got to see what's happening, what is going on with Mouse? You know, declined their invitation to Blast Bounty, right? Clearly, to me, the only way you do that is if you maybe have some roster movements. We all know the rumors about Jim Fat maybe going to Falcons. Yeah, I don't know what that does for that roster. We talked about it before. I still have no clue how that helps Falcons in any way, shape, or form. But whatever. Let's say that's true. Like, what does Mouse look like? And like, you know, what do they gain out of that? And is it somebody good? Is it someone that can propel that roster to maybe finally start moving away from thirds and seconds and towards actual trophies? I mean, we got to see. Oh, and obviously the 100T roster, right? Which they're in the grind route now because they're a new team, so they got to kind of kill every. They
have to get all their
they're showing up to Sao Paulo locals, blasting
out
people, and like collecting their VRS points the hard way. But sure, that roster.
They're like high five and simple in a grand final, and you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's cool.
But I am excited to see, once they have kind of ground their way up into some of the bigger events, what do they look like? You know, at a LAN, at a larger event.
You know, it lends itself to roster moves, but I also feel I'm going to be a little more optimistic in that squad and say that perhaps they're fleshing out more strategies. They don't feel ready.
Do you like the approach?
They kind of want to do like some more reconnaissance.
Like, do you like the 3 young guns rain device? Like, do you like with Blade or not with Glaive as a coach? No, not Blade.
For
for
100T?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
sorry. Yeah, no, I was talking about 100T. Yeah.
100T. Yeah. No, sorry, you're good. 100T. Yeah, I think because here's the thing. Rain has the veteran talent.
Yeah.
Rain
IGLing.
Has been in tier 1 for a very long time. He's IGLing. He's got a good brain for Counter-Strike. We know that. We've seen Rain play at a very consistent level for a very long time. So, and then device.
Yeah.
You know. Need we say more?
A safe pair of hands, as they say.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, finally saved him from. We've been crying and praying on the show for somebody to save Device from that abhorrent Astralis roster. And they 100T finally did. Nate Shot finally put his money where his mouth is and got him out of there. Thank you, Nate Shot. But no, the 3 young guns with Device and Rain, I think it's good. I think it's good for developing talent.
Yeah.
I think, if you're going to learn how to, play tier 1 CS, you want to learn from some of the best tier 1 players out there, right? And if you can't get
they can't hit that level, right? Yeah.
If you're not going to get like the Fallens and the Apexes, obviously, right? Then not to say that Rain is second best. I'm saying he's on the caliber of those 100%. Minds. Like he's of that same
Yeah.
like mindset. Yeah. So I think the 100T roster. Obviously we have to see them play to really
100%.
make a concrete decision, but I think they're very promising. I think there's a lot of good
Yeah, I like
ideas
it on
that are coming out
paper
of that
for sure.
roster. Yeah, and it's more exciting to see them when they do eventually break out into
Yes.
tier 1 and start competing at these, like at the IMs and the blasts
Yeah, the
and
ESLs. Yeah, no, 100%.
what's the other one?
ESL?
No.
Oh,
ESL and
yeah.
IM are the same people.
Blast, IM, or Blast, it's like Blast, ESL, and then PGL? PGL.
PGL events. Yeah. So
I
yeah.
agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. Back to my
Right.
mouse point. I think they're just doing recon on teams. I think they're
You don't think it's roster stuff?
scoping out. I don't want it to be roster
yes,
stuff. That's the
okay,
thing. I don't want Jimmy
yeah.
to leave. I really don't want Jimmy to leave. I think that team does really well with Jim Fat.
You
I don't know
think to play devil's advocate, because I'm not even saying I disagree with you,
Yeah.
but to play devil's advocate, you don't think that team needs some kind of kick in the ass though after last year?
Oh, they definitely do. They definitely do. And I think that the extra time off is that to boot camp more, to learn. Because, like, here's the thing, right? You come off the off season, you've just come, what was it, third or fourth at the major?
Right? Yeah, fourth, I believe.
You've lost to Vitality for what feels like should be the last time, right? Like, if you're gonna tote the title of being second best team in the world,
which they definitely aren't
right?
anymore too. That's the thing that's like super tough.
Yeah. Right. The Furia has stripped them of that crown, right? So if you're gonna one, be consistently known as the second best team in the world, and then have that stripped away from you in the last major, and kind of use that as like your reality check. Sure, it might be roster stuff, but I don't think a roster change is going to really fix what's fundamentally wrong with that. I think that there is, they're right there. They're on the cusp of being that like top placing team, of taking a grand final. But there's just a disconnect happening. So I think what they want to do, right? And if I was Mouse's coach, and if I was Jim Fat, right, I would
pull up porn on Twitter.
This. I would take the time. I would.
Start. That's how you start your day.
I would post up, watch these tier 1 events, these like opening events of the year, right? Because like you have the points.
Yeah,
like,
they're totally fine.
The next one,
the VS points
right?
are fine.
You're in the Louvre agreement, like everything's fine. You watch to see what's happening. You kind of go and check out what all the other teams are doing. What's Falcons doing, right? And I have a point about Falcons right after this, but what's Vitality doing, right? That's the big ones. Mongols, Furia. What are the heavy hitters doing? What in Spirit, obviously, right? And what's our plan of attack? What strats are they running? What seems relatively consistent that they're running through the regular season? And then how do we exploit that and then level it up for the time of the major? Because Copenhagen is coming around, right? And as we know, all these strats that they're running now aren't really indicative of major play, because obviously you have some strats that you're keeping, hidden to really bust out the major. You might test a few things and, obviously you can glean information from that. But I do think that this is more just to gather information and piece together how to beat these top tier teams, and how Mouse will take first place.
Yeah.
In a major event, period. And my final point on Counter-Strike before I pass it back to you real quick. Falcons. Right. We're talking about Jimmy going to Falcons. We're talking about all these move Falcons. Kyosuke not at Blast Bounty. Zonic. I'm not going to on Zonic today. It's a tragedy.
Okay. We're
going to keep tame today.
Understandable missing. Yeah. Totally. Absolutely.
Understandable missing.
Heart goes out.
For those out of the loop, his brother passed away.
He will not be attending the Blast finals, right?
Heartbreaking stuff. Unfortunately, he does have to miss the tournament, but maybe not unfortunately for the team. Do you think they might have a chance because Zonic's not coaching?
I think to say yes.
Again,
no, 100%.
Nothing bad to say about Zonic.
To say the least, to just our criticisms of Zonix are documented. Or Zonix, sorry, not Zonix. Zonic. To say the least, I do think it is interesting if they do better than normal, right? Like let's just say, let's say for hypotheticals, for shits and giggles, Falcons wins Blast Bounty.
Given the circumstances, I kind of hope they don't, because they do. The Saudis are going to cut Zonic immediately for whoever's doing this, whoever's bringing them to a win. And that would suck if he loses his job right after his brother dies. That would be terrible.
That would be absolutely terrible. You're 100% correct. I'm just saying, for the sake of data collection and, theory crafting, what if?
Mathematically speaking.
Well, what if? Because it raises, would raise some questions.
Yeah, it
would actually raise even more questions than what we're talking about right now, because Kyosuke wouldn't even be there. So it's also just what the fuck? Do we even need this kid?
So it's is it just are Nico and Mondesi still just that good? Are they still them? Or is it really is it just because Zonic
we just need a new coaching direction?
Yeah. Jumping ship. Do you want to continue with the Saudis and kind of air our grievances with some of the stuff happening?
Let's go big picture, right? We started with some CS, we got a little transition here. Let's go big picture, right? I do want to talk a little bit about the big picture of esports 2026. Specifically, a gripe I have. There are two things big picture that I wanted. Three things. So, and maybe for, unfortunately, two of them have to do with. There's a couple things. So I guess starting, the Saudi question. Thing I'm not happy about. Haven't been happy about for a while. Certainly not happy about going into 2026, and hopefully it gets worse. But I mean, spoiler, hopefully it doesn't get worse. But spoiler, I don't think it's going to get better.
Worse.
Well, no, I mean, tipping my hand there. I don't think it's going to get better. I think it's going to get worse. The Saudi takeover of esports. I mean, let's just be real. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
They're in Evo now. The money is in Evo. The money is EWC is going to be back for another year, as we all know it will. Influencing paper.
League of Legends is going to be there.
Yeah, I would say influencing, player pickups and immediate drops 6 months later. All for this tournament that feels both overproduced and under-prestiged at the same time. It all just sucks. Yeah.
We had an EWC episode that I don't think ever saw the light of day because Doban was moving, and that means I couldn't edit and record a whole lot. But we're moved in now, hence why we're doing this. But yeah.
Hey man, I don't want to tip my hand here. I guarantee you, we will be recording a similar episode after EWC this year, because I don't think anything is gonna fucking change. I don't think anything about that show is gonna change at all.
No doubt. The Saudis aren't going to change anything, and we're certainly not. A couple of schmucks like us aren't going to force them to change anything either. That being said, I made a point in that video where we talked about how EWC doesn't care about the community. No, yeah. It's all just it's funny corporatized.
Money. It's a Mickey Mouse Club funny money ass tournament where it's just hey, we're throwing massive price tags and massive bills and massive fucking money, and that's right. That's what makes us legitimate. It's no, that's not what makes you legitimate. It's not what makes you legitimate at all. It's nice. I'm glad people can win some life-changing amount of money doing what they love, but any person you ask, the prestige just isn't there, man.
It's devoid of the culture around esports. It's devoid of what made esports what it is. Why what we love
these
it.
Games
why
cool,
why
man.
You, me, all of us. It's why we enjoy esports to this extent that we want to sit here and yap about it for hours and hours and hours, right? It sucks. There's you don't have anything that really brings the community together at EWC. Nobody wants to spend time at fucking Kadia Gaming City because it's not real. It's not a real thing.
Real. That's the thing, dude. It's so theme park.
It's a Dave and Buster's in the middle of the desert. It's like I could go to Nevada for that. I could go to Evo if I wanted that.
Oh my god, you're serious.
But guess what? I don't want to go to Evo now because it's just tainted by Saudi greed.
And that's the thing. It's like I'm not even saying like I'm not even gonna go out there. Like obviously there are plenty of people who have they're making say James not going to Evo for this reason, and I get and and I'm not even saying don't go to Evo. I might go to Evo this year if the money's right because it's a fun event and I enjoy it. I'm not saying boycott these events because at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do in some of these cases. But I can say as someone who's attended events that it does leave a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. That like because sure maybe nothing happens, right? Maybe best case scenario. They're part owners now and nothing happens. But now I have to worry about it creeping in the background. And what if it does? Like, what if this does pollute my event and now I have to sit through another ad?
Not to be like
for Qiddiya Gaming City and like come to Riyadh for the 17th time. Here's 3 matches, 4 come to Riyadh ads. Like
or fucking Prince Salahuddin's hospital or whatever it is.
the
state-of-the-art cancer research hospital in Jeddah.
It's like it's all this, and it's not. It's not to get too political. Like we'll keep the brakes, pump them. But like I wouldn't be any happier if the United States government was like, we're sponsoring Evo. I'd be like, I don't care. I don't want you here. Like I don't need you around my game.
No, I'm gonna have army ads, and there's gonna be like the recruiters there with the pull-up bar.
Don't give a fuck. Don't want them near there either. Get them all out. Like I just don't
get these bootlickers off my
real
lawn.
Shit, actual real shit. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't want the feds, be them foreign feds or local feds, on my lawn. This is our shit. Like, and the money. There are plenty of videos you can watch. Anime Illuminati. A lot of people have done videos talking about this stuff, but Anime Illuminati I think had a really good one where he came at it from an interesting perspective. It always kind of goes back to the same thing, and we've said it a million times, and we'll continue to say it. You got to support your locals because one day this Saudi marketing campaign will end, and when their funny money just disappears from our system, events will suffer because it's not there anymore, and they've learned to live off of it.
Right.
And when these massive retractions happen, and suddenly you're seeing big events just not happening because they can't fund themselves without Saudi money, or they have to retract and slow down. What do you have left? Your locals. You have your monthlies, your regionals. Yep. Those events are what you have left. They are the building blocks of a healthy system, a healthy competitive system. And grassroots. Exactly. The grassroots. And like that is my thing, is like as this stuff kind of worms its way in and like tries to suit and tie Riyadh, suit and tie tourism, government affect all of our events.
And listen, I'm all for a big budget esports
we
event.
Love production value here. We talk about it all the time. We love production value. I love a good.
I love a lot of eyes on games that I like. When E-League was broadcast on TV, I thought that was the most amazing thing ever. Back in 2016,
yeah, there's a couple years of that,
right. I thought that was incredible. I thought that was revolutionary and a huge step for esports, right? And that came out of obviously corporate.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, esports is the term itself is
to
exactly
grow to
what
that
we're
scale,
talking about, right? This term that we've built this show on is corporate interests, but there's a way to do it in tandem with the spirit and feel of the community around the game, right?
In order to get to that point, it had to have a level of passion and a deep love behind it that incentivized somebody to get involved to bring it to that point, right? And that's we're taking the core of that, the heart of that, and that's really what we care about, what we want to see more of. Not we can do without the E-League. The E-League was cool, but we could do without it, right? We can do without EWC, right? If Evo never existed, the fighting game community would still be strong. It would still be
you're correct. Like these events would exist. That's
it's not about the events. It's about you, the player. It's about putting a controller in your hand. It's about pressing buttons.
And unfortunately, this injection of cash, of Saudi cash, is it just doesn't it doesn't care about any of that, and it doesn't understand, and it throws money at things to try to make them. And I mean, so to further this along a little bit, even beyond the scope of events, which is let's talk about it. Let's have this conversation. We have all now probably seen the Garu City of the Wolves trailer that was dropped by SNK. And that company, this is all public knowledge, we all know, that company is majority bought out by the Saudi government. They own a large stake in SNK. They affect the marketing. Sure, maybe they don't, maybe,
and Tencent, but guess what? They were owned by Tencent before Saudi, and Tencent never made them make an AI trailer.
And the majority is the Saudi government ownership now. That is the truth. They are the majority stake owner of SNK. There's, we can't say direct connections, but we do know that, hey, the prince's best friends, this DJ you've never heard of, and Ronaldo, are in the game, and boy, do they have ties to the prince. So that sure seems like a decision that I don't think SNK cooked up. So clearly there's
the real lifers as they've been coined.
And those so clearly there's some amount of decision making that they play on SNK. And
listen, I've never seen Max put that tracksuit back on. He wore it once at Evo, and that was it. I've never seen him put it back on.
That trailer drops. If everyone, you could look at it, it is an AI generated trailer for the new season. Looks like absolute dog piss
with like stingers of
they mix in, because that's the thing is to
it is like egregiously AI, like from the first frame,
like
it just reeks of AI slop. Like
it truly is. Like I said, it
opens up and you're just like, why does this look so fucking weird? And then who is it what's her name on the bike? She turns her head and then it's like, when they show the wolf
and then geese busting out of the coffin, I was just like,
gosh.
Oh God, like what are we doing?
No, the Terry close up was the worst part.
So that's the thing so let's focus on the word slop there for a second, because I think this is key. This is key exactly what we're talking about. Because some people will be like, bro, you say slop, but it don't even look that bad. Maybe it doesn't, which it doesn't look good. If you're saying like that trailer looks good, you're crazy. But let's say for sake of argument, to play devil's advocate, it's not the worst looking thing you've ever seen.
It looks like a pieced together UE5 like asset flip.
But that's the thing. It's devoid. It's exactly what we're talking about. It is devoid of soul. That trailer says nothing to me about the history of, I don't get the feeling of KOF. No. And the biggest example you're talking about is that Terry shot. They do this close up on Terry's face, and he's like angry, furrowed brow. It's like, bro, are we talking about the same Terry Bogard?
Look like Terry.
What are we?
He's got like liver spots. Like he's like an old ass man. Like it's so bad.
It is completely devoid of the spirit of the game. It looks absolutely terrible. It is completely missing the point of KOF style. Something that is like iconic.
That trailer,
that game's style is iconic, and it is completely absent from that trailer.
Yes. You take that trailer and you compare it with something like their earlier trailers when they were releasing the game. Like you were saying, we were talking about this earlier in the week, and you had brought up like that initial trailer with the sick ass.
Dude, Chain Reaction's sick. That song is fucking dope. The main theme of that game is great.
Chain Reaction's dope. Or even like if you want to talk about like the love and legacy of a series, right? The Terry Smash trailer.
God, absolutely.
Right? Full of just ooze love of like
history,
SNK,
literal history
behind the history of not just Fatal Fury games, but like that company's whole library, right? Because you have Nakaruru in there, you've got Sancho,
it is the history of
Last Blade and shit like that, just going all the way back.
But no, you get a shot of that wolf though.
What a good trailer! You get
it because it's City of the Wolves.
AI wolves. Yeah. City of the Wolves.
Dude, have you seen the Max reaction to that trailer? So
I did. I watched it live.
Okay, that's hilarious. Because
I saw a reaction live.
I only seen the one clip, and the one clip kills me where the wolf thing happens. He pauses the trailer, and then he just goes, "What the fuck is this?" Or no, he says, "Are we fucking serious?"
Dude, it starts, and like you see his face kind of like twist a little bit out of like just confusion and like bewilderment, because he's like, And then he goes like, "Are we serious?" Like, Max is someone who is like, he production is like a thing that he obviously very much enjoys, right? He's put on shows like Assist Me and
one of the
all that
oldest
stuff,
fighting
right?
game
He's
content creators of all time. He's been in the game since the beginning.
And to see that is probably like one of the biggest slaps in the face, as like not just a creator, but as like someone who has dedicated their life to the genre, like to fighting games as a whole, the culture. But like, it's so shitty. It's so shitty, and it stands for absolutely nothing that the esports community stands for. This only stands for. I don't even think they had like a board meeting about this. I honestly think that this is just the prince having too much money and being a literal man-child. Saudi Prince, by the way, if you want my address to hash this out, email me. We can settle this.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
I'm
with it.
Yeah. Pull up.
Run the F10, bro. You won't, because you're not about it.
You didn't grind the battle pass in Dota ever. I've seen your inventory. You bought that shit. You're not even a real Dota fan. You're not even grinding the game to get those levels. All right? We don't have battle passes anymore. Probably thanks to you. Style it back. Style it back. All right. Bigger fish to fry. It's a new year. New games, new tournaments. Same old bullshit.
And that is the problem. Like you said, at the crux, as far as cons are concerned, that is a major another year of BWC, another year of Saudi involvement in my favorite games and favorite tournaments. And like I said, I would like to see it change. Don't think it's going to.
It's a damn shame. Yeah. They're gonna cannibalize MSI. I promise you.
I don't disagree with
you. Saying this.
I mean, look at this.
They are gonna cannibalize MSI.
We'll talk about this a little bit because I do have a little section on Apex I want to talk about. Where is Split 2 playoffs? Riyadh. It's just the EWC. It's just the EWC event. That's Split 2 playoffs, and that's just for the foreseeable future. That's just what we're dealing with. Like I can't. But yeah, so the next thing I want to to dial it back away from full on governments cannibalizing our culture.
Yep.
I have a gripe. I have a bone to pick with Capcom.
What's wrong with Capcom? Well, they gave us new Mega Man. What happened?
What are we doing? I get it. Listen, Capcom, I'll level with you. I get it. Street Fighter 6, most popular thing you've ever done to date. It is eaten the country of Japan by storm. It is without a doubt the most popular game in Japan.
They're going back to the arcades.
Period. Hard stop. What the fuck? We're in this unprecedented period of growth in Japan, but not maybe as much growth globally, right? So you have two paths here. Two roads are presented in front of you, my co-host, my fellow mind. You have
inside of you, Capcom, are two AI wolves.
Two AI wolves. They both look like shit. Two roads. We can start really monetizing the fuck out of our Japanese market and wall off the rest of the world, or we can go, hey, we're doing fantastic in Japan with Street Fighter 6. What can we do to maybe expand our game more globally?
To be fantastic everywhere else?
Well, the thing they chose to do is, hey, if you want to watch Capcom Cup Finals live, give us $40 for a streaming ticket. Otherwise, wait a week.
You're smoking fucking crack. The CIA has brought crack to Japan and it has infected the Capcom offices.
Why?
Because you have to be insane. You want me to pay a pay-per-view? You want me to pay the price of a UFC?
I believe it might be $30.
Fight?
I'll keep it a buck. I should double check this. I can double check it while we're doing it. It's 30 or 40. Which even if it's 30, let's say I'm overshooting it and I said $40. 30 is still too much.
What is this fucking hell in a cell?
Like, what are you doing? By the way, this is not even taking account what that is in South America, in like countries like Africa.
And I doubt it's price adjusted too.
No,
I doubt it's price adjusted to fit like Brazilian reals.
They said so after the community backlash, because obviously people were like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Especially in places like South America, where obviously the game has legs. Men RD, DR champ. all like the South American audience is absolutely there. They basically, that concern was raised. Like, bro, this is not like this is a lot of money. Yeah, this is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
And they were like, we'll look into it.
What about the content creators that support the game, that are the lifeblood of, spreading the news and hype for the game, and if not to downplay, but like some of these content creators won't be able to, get their hands on a pay-per-view to watch it. And they can't co-stream it, right? Because that's
dude. Okay, so yeah, you want to hear something fucking funny about the co-streaming, right? Because this is another thing that is really funny. Let's say you purchased the $40, which I did check, it is $40, and they said 3 months ago that they would review the pricing. Was what they said.
They reviewed it and thought it was good.
Yeah, we haven't gotten anything back since then, but who knows?
They're like, we looked at it and we're like, yep.
People in Japan will pay this. Who cares? So, for co-streaming,
they'll pay what is it, like 60?
I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea. Originally revealed the cost. Okay, so the original cost, I have it right here, was 4,000 yen. And so it basically, there was an SFL finals ticket and a Capcom Cup finals ticket. One was $20, one was $27, or you could get a bundled price of $40 for both. They are saying now that so they're saying now that they would review the pricing. That was 3 months ago that it was posted. They're like, we will review the pricing. No word on whether or not that has panned out yet. We'll see.
And people have probably already purchased this, and if they change the pricing, then they're going to have to reimburse a ton of people.
Who the fuck knows? So...
Yeah. Hopefully. They probably won't, but...
I don't know if they went on sale yet. So maybe there's a chance that they wouldn't have had to do that, but we will see.
Okay.
So, going on from that, the co-streaming thing you brought up, right? Let's say you purchased a $40 co-streaming ticket. Do you know what you can stream to your viewers? This literally, you can look this up. This is in the guidelines.
You have to stream like a delay, right?
You can stream. The only thing of the game that can be on your stream if you're co-streaming Capcom Cup is the in-game timer. So that they can sync it.
In-game time, no health bars?
No, not okay. You can't do that. You can show the in-game timer so that your audience can be in sync with their also purchased $40 ticket. What are we doing? What are they?
I assume they're going to threaten you with legal action.
They were saying that, literally, it was just like, you cannot stream this. If you're going to stream Capcom Cup, these are your guidelines. This is what you must stream. This is the only thing you can stream of the game on your screen. Anything else, they have, bars to shut the stream down, yada, yada, copyright claim you. Like I said, what are we doing? And then, on top of all of this, man, $40 to watch this event that has historically been free. FREE, free. Free live stream every time. If you don't, you're like, well, fuck, man, what if I want to see Capcom Cup, but I just don't want to pay the $40? You have to wait a week, 7 days before they drop that shit for the free.
It doesn't matter. I was like, why would I want to watch it after it already happened? I already know who won.
It'd be one thing. It would still be completely unacceptable. But, I feel like I would be less irate if they were like, hey, the day after the finals, if you want to see it the day of, you got to pay. But the day after, we'll drop it for everybody. A week?
Sure, right? That's still annoying.
It's super annoying. I would still, like I said, still in my opinion unacceptable, but whatever. A week is it's stale, it's cold, it's dead. What do we care?
Yeah.
There's
been 3 tournaments since then,
a full TNS weekly set has happened since.
What are we? What? Why would I watch Capcom when I can watch TNS for free?
To me, it screams like, dude, we're so popular in Japan. Like, what do you mean? Like fuck off. Like, I get it. I get you're popular in Japan. I get the game is
so out of
fucking
touch.
huge in Japan. why are we just gonna fucking put a gun to the global audience's head like that and say, like, there is not a, and I'm maybe this is bold. Tell me if I'm wrong, and if you think there's a game out there that could do this. I don't think there's a single game in the world right now that is popular enough to get away with a $40 pay-per-view ticket for its, like, seasonal finale. It's Worlds, like, it's Capcom Cup. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's a one that it should be putting a $40 price tag on that.
No, and also it's because, like, you know, that precedent hasn't been set in esports at all. Like, paid tickets to watch an event
online, not in a venue, online.
Yeah, it's not a thing. Yeah, online, a paid online ticket isn't a thing, right? It's and like we were saying before with the EWC thing, like, it's because it's a community driven, you know, thing. It's for the community. Not everyone has the money to spend to go to an event to watch it live in person, so we watch it online. That's the whole point of places like initially Justin TV and things like that. And what was it for StarCraft?
OGN or
that event's
yeah,
OGN and all that, right? I mean, OGN is like a proper
network. But yeah, that concept existed. Yeah.
But I digress, right? It's network television, like, it's available to you, right?
But no, you're right. It's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
It's out of touch. They have no clue why it's popular, why it's taken off so much, and why people care this much. To me, it's shocking to see, considering the legacy of Street Fighter, and, you know, it feels like it should be, and it's probably some, like, new Jagoff and
I just think it's too inwardly. They're too inwardly focused. Their entire attention for Street Fighter 6 is so fixated on Japan specifically because it is so big now over there. Because it's the biggest fucking game in the country right now. But, like, come on, why are we burning the forest down for the bush? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, it just does. And this is such an avoidable thing. Like, this is so stupid. Let's once again, we'll play devil's advocate a lot here. Playing devil's advocate, let's say that it's just like, well, dude, how are we going to subsidize the fact that we keep giving Capcom Cup winners $1 million? Stop giving Capcom winners $1 million. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, if the Capcom Cup winner making $1 million means that we must charge $40 for the live stream as a pay-per-view, then don't do it.
We've said this maybe 100 times on the show. I'll probably say it 100 times more, maybe even 1,000 times more. Crowdfund your World Finals.
Yeah, don't even get me started.
Crowdfund your biggest event.
Hey, guess what? Do you know?
Bring back the battle passes. Bring back the compendiums. Battle passes are already there, right? At least make it go towards something.
Hey, what did season 1 of 2XKO dropped, and what is in there? A skin pass that you can buy called the I think it's called, like, I forget their name of it. It has, like, some dumb kitschy name.
It's like First Strike or whatever for, like, their tournament. Yeah.
All the proceeds from that skin line, it's an Ari and an Echo skin, are going into their esports initiative. That means prize pools. Yep. That means production values for 2XKO events. Not just prize pools.
$40 for a pack of cosmetics in Street Fighter, and maybe exclusive stage. Yeah. Like, it's just a generic stage, but it's like of the arena or something.
They did all this in 5, by the way. You can look at it. All that stuff is there. They every year in 5,
and the proceeds of that go towards the winnings for Capcom Cup. Yeah, you know, all my Dota players will remember that the compendium, we would see the number of the prize pool plastered on the front. You would boot up the game, and the number would be bigger, and you'd be like, "Damn, I love this community. I love this game." Why? Because there was something real about it. There was a community, there's a sense of community behind it,
and you were getting something neat back. You know,
and you were getting something neat back. Yeah, you got tons of cool skins. You know, you got, like, fun mini games and events, like I said, things like that in the game. Just things.
I actually liked the 2XKO thing because they didn't. It wasn't even just like, because absolutely, let your community help fund the prize pool. I like, though, that it's not even 1-to-1 to prize pool. Like, they say in there, like, hey, this money is going to go to the prize pool, but it's also going to go towards production. and I'm like, yeah, honestly, sick. If I can help build a better show and a better prize pool for this game I love, and you're giving me something cool for the game that I love on top of it, it's a win-win. That's great. And like I said, like they did it with Dota. We did this in Street Fighter
If the sound guy
5.
gets to take his wife to Tahoe for a weekend, by all means, he deserves it.
We did this in Street Fighter 5, man. There are fucking 6 different Chun-Li and Cammy skins that were linked to Capcom Pro Tour, and those characters always got them because they knew they sold. Like,
they knew who was getting those skins.
And there is a reason. If you look at skin numbers across the roster of Street Fighter 5, there is a reason Chun-Li and Cammy have the most. It's not a coincidence. Yeah. I don't know that Capcom, get real. Like I just don't know what else to say about this. Come back down to earth. Stop looking exclusively at the fucking honeypot that is the Japanese market. And I don't know, think a little globally here, please. Like, come on, man.
Street Fighter is a game being played by a lot of other people, not just the Japanese.
Yeah.
Simple as.
Yeah. So do you have anything else you would like to say on the overarching, or should we transfer into? Because I have some Street Fighter specific topics for pros and cons we can go into, unless you've got something else on the overall.
I think we're pretty dialed into Street Fighter. I mean, there was pros and cons. I've got some.
I'll throw one last one in before we switch topics. I do want to say it's just an esports general thing.
I actually do have something. I just remembered on the kind of dialing back to the EWC thing, and just things and rumblings that I've seen around esports and around a certain genre of game that I'm kind of excited for coming into the next year is so unfortunately some of our older audience members might have seen this. StarCraft 2 will not be joining us at EWC.
A tragedy.
Very sad.
Tragedy.
Very sad. Actually very sad. This could mean one of two things, right? It could mean that StarCraft 2 just doesn't have the viewer base to warrant it having a slot, which is very possible. Or with the revival of BlizzCon this year.
Yes.
And the rumored StarCraft
shooter. The FPS,
we could potentially be getting the announcement of another StarCraft RTS, StarCraft 3. I don't think there's anything kind of hinting at that. I don't think
the only thing we know, the only thing we can really know is we all know, anyone who's been around like the Blizzard and BlizzCon kind of sphere knows that the whole reason they stopped doing BlizzCon was because they felt like they didn't really have anything to announce to warrant having a full convention.
Right.
Suddenly, now, they're like, hey, we're going to do BlizzCon again. And they don't really, like, we know everything about WoW because Midnight's coming out in
we know
May.
everything about WoW.
We know everything about Diablo because the expansion is like
just haven't heard about StarCraft.
Right, so it's like, okay, if WoW and Diablo, their two big titles, are kind of off the table for BlizzCon announcements, what is it? So all we can
Overwatch tournament,
right? Overwatch is like what's going on there? That's really
Overwatch is Overwatch.
Yeah. So to me, I agree with you. It does make you think like, what's going on? Is this a StarCraft? Yeah. Is this? Yeah. What is this?
And then on top of that, StarCraft 2 got a update last year.
About this, yeah.
Like the first time in like 15 years or something like that, it got updated. Like a balance update. And everybody freaked out. It was like, dude, like we have a new meta forming in StarCraft 2 in the year 2025. This is huge. Right? Super cool. But so that could be the case.
Give me the yes, no other context, no details. Yes, no. Revival of HOTS. Yes, no. Just tell it to me now.
I see it.
Okay.
I see it happening.
All right.
I see it happening because there's a HOTS tournament. There's a HOTS tournament at the event.
I'm glad you believe. That's all I'm going to say.
I can see HOTS coming back. Okay, give me HOTS, but make it twin stick controls, and I think you have the greatest MOBA of all time. Unironically,
I'm here for a HOTS rival. That's all I'll say. If they're gonna bring it back, I'm booting up. I'm down to boot up.
I will drop everything for the twin stick like WASD controls, shooting with my mouse, like HOTS isometric gameplay. I think that would be perfect. That'd be great. That'd be amazing. So it could be StarCraft 3, but to the point of RTSs, and something that a prediction that I have here for the big year of 2026
Mm-hmm.
that we are newly into
Yes.
is we're gonna see a RTS revival. That's kind of what I'm sitting on.
Okay.
We've got a couple titles, and I've got a few of them wishlisted. So we have, Stormgate came out to mixed reviews last year, or not last year, maybe 2 years ago. So Stormgate's been out for a minute.
Yes.
There is another one, Dawn of War 4, that's coming out. That seems to be a return to, I think, the second game. I don't think it's so much the first game, which I would have preferred. That one's more StarCraft adjacent, but it definitely has the DNA of like a Dawn of War 2 that I know a lot of people liked. And people have played Dawn of War 4 already, and they've said some very positive things about it and made some comparisons already. So you can go anywhere online and find that. Definitive Edition, with the release of Definitive Edition as well, Dawn of War is kind of back on the up and up. So another, big RTS franchise that we have now.
Mm-hmm.
And then this new one that kind of graced my feed a couple weeks ago that I added to my wish list was Immortal Gates of Pyre. I don't know if you've seen this one.
No.
This one, very much a similar kind of, I guess aesthetically to Stormgate. It's kind of like where my mind went. I'm like, oh, this just looks like Stormgate skins, but
Right.
it's got like a similar like demons and angels conflict, with the mysterious third faction gonna show up at some point.
Right.
But this one seems to kind of stick true to the like StarCraft 2 kind of formula. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of like modernizations and like fluff added to it.
Right.
There's obviously going to be like modern accessibility options and
Sure,
things like
of
that
course.
to make the game more appealing and more accessible to new players who are definitely new to the genre, because there's a whole generation of gamers, my generation included, that aren't really playing RTSs, that didn't really grow
Oh
up
yeah, dude.
with the craze of playing Brood War and StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3, another RTS that had a massive revival in 2025.
It did.
Tons of invitational tournaments.
Yeah, StarCraft 2, for frame of reference, Ways of Liberty came out in 2010, and that was the last big RTS. And if you think anything else, you are coping. Yeah, like Legacy of the Void 2015. Like I don't.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think in 2026 we're seeing a revival of StarCraft and RTSs just in general. I think that the MOBA crowd, we're getting older. The people that kind of grew up with the inception of League of Legends, and Han and Dota players are already pretty old, but the League of Legends players are getting older and they want a bit more depth and strategy in their competition. And I think that the RTS is going to scratch that itch. So if there's an RTS that comes out that aesthetically appeals to them because they don't like Dota because it looks ugly, in quotes.
The Dark Universe.
The yes,
The grim dark fantasy universe.
The grim darkness of Dota 2. Man, the Han forums are the Han subreddit.
One of the greatest posts of 2015, to be sure.
Is a treasure trove of.
Yeah.
He doesn't like League of Legends. There was a guy on the Heroes of Newerth subreddit when we
talked about it in an old episode. You should watch
we did
the MOBA episode.
We did
really
go back and watch that one. But to paraphrase, there was a guy that was saying why he liked Han so much and why he didn't like Dota or League. And he didn't like Dota because it didn't like, or
he didn't like the gameplay of Dota.
Yeah, but he liked the dark universe of like Warcraft or whatever, and that's why he liked Han. And he didn't like League of Legends because it played too good.
It was quote unquote too responsive.
Too responsive. It felt too good to play.
That game just did what he wanted too good. I hate when my game is too responsive and it does the thing I want it to do when I tell it to do it. Let me tell you.
He played Brand, he hit a Brand combo first try and was like, fuck, dude, this game is... The controls are... I didn't have to predict anything.
Too buttery, my ass too thick, bro.
Oh man, what a guy! What a guy! I hope he's enjoying Han Reborn.
I hope he is too. I hope he is
Um,
too.
yeah. So yeah, to wrap it all up, RTSs, go play them. They're really fun. There's a lot to learn, and if you like games where you have to kind of sit there and learn and get better, and the skill floor is fairly high. You got to walk up a lot of stairs to get to a passable level
Competency.
to really like to be competitive on ladder, right? But once if you really stick at it, and it's the same thing with any, if you've stuck at it to play a fighting game, or you stuck at it to play League of Legends or Dota, right, where you have to memorize items and your item timings, your jungle camps, things like that, then it's
You'll
not too
figure
far
out a
off from
build
that,
order. Trust.
yeah, you'll figure out a build order. You just watch a few people.
Yeah.
Watch. I'm blanking on his name. Starts with the C. He's Canadian.
I don't remember.
I want to say it's like Cook or something like that, but I don't know. StarCraft players.
Yeah.
Just watch StarCraft players.
Yeah.
Right, and kind of see like what goes on. Right, and it's like, oh, the APM and all that, brother. You play Invoker. Like, I don't want to. Like you play. You're playing a Zero.
Also, like when people talk
Like,
about StarCraft APM, it's like, bro, you're talking about like you're not going pro, buddy. Like, just enjoy the game and like, have a good time.
Dude, just hit like platter diamond on the ladder and have a good time.
Yep. Have a good time. Play the video game. It's okay.
Yeah. Like if you don't have to press buttons fast enough. If you just build the right things in the right order and micro correctly, you'll be fine. Just drag your units back so they don't die, and you'll be fine.
True words.
Be fine.
You will be okay. It's all right.
You'll be okay. Anyways, go. They're also, most of them are free. There's very few RTSs that you have to go and buy, right? Age of Empires being the exception to that, because
Europe loves that shit, baby. Europe eats that shit up. They're like, ooh, baby, I get to be the king. Put me in there.
Yeah, Age of Mythology, Age of Empires, right? Like those you'll have to pay money for, but they're on sale fairly.
No,
often.
yeah. The price tags on those are fine.
Yeah, Warcraft 3 remake goes on sale sometimes. That's a Blizzard tax. It is what it is. StarCraft 2 is free. StarCraft 2, in my opinion, is the better of them. I just don't like heroes. I don't like hero units. I think that's kind of just extra fluff that I don't want to deal with. But yeah, go download StarCraft. Go try it out. Go find a faction you like. There's only 3, so it's not super overwhelming. Go figure out a playstyle that you like. Do you like to rush? Do you want to have a bunch of zealots? Do you want to have a bunch of stalkers? Do you like air combat? Do you like not being able to be shot out from the ground? Right? Do you want to play Terran and pick up your base and push it somewhere else? Like there's an Alaskan bullworm chasing you? Are you a big creep spreader? Do you like dropping goo on the ground and making all the territory yours?
My anime fans, that's for you. That's for you.
Yep.
I know you love dropping your goo on the ground and spreading your creep, brother. I know.
Yup. You go play those goon bugs and you'll be happy. Listen, they have Kerrigan, the Queen of Blades. That's an anime name.
That is an anime ass name. You're not wrong. And I do love that.
And for all you basic people out there, Dwight Schrute from The Office cosplayed her on The Office.
True.
And then continued to play StarCraft with, was it the boss Michael's adopted son or something?
Probably.
Like
I don't remember the episode, but that sounds correct. That sounds like an Office.
It's a good episode. It's a Halloween episode. Dwight shows up. They didn't let him wear the wings because it has weapons on it, so he wasn't allowed to wear the wings. So he's like in a naked Kerrigan costume, pretty much, and he plays StarCraft with like a 15-year-old.
It's pretty funny.
And he gets yelled at for it. It's great. It's a good episode. RTSs. Go play.
Yeah, go play RTSs.
Dying genre. Gotta keep it alive. Go watch Tasteless if you need like good English content for stuff.
That's a name I know. Yeah, I guess the last greater overarching thing, a little shout out. Don't have a lot to say on it, so we can get through it fast. But I do want to say a shout out, and it is a positive, I think, for 2026, something I'm interested in. For those who don't know, on the real industry boardroom type shit, recently, 100 Thieves has a new co-owner, and it is one Nicewig.
Some nice wig.
Yeah, I mean,
Apex on top.
I was gonna say, I shout out, obviously, big Nicewig fan. Have been a fan of the B stream, Nicewig and Greek, for a very long time. They are what got me into competitive Apex. They are one of the reasons I still watch competitive Apex. And I think that dude has a good heart. He cares not only about, like, obviously he cares a lot about Apex, but he cares about esports, right? In the same way, in the same kind of passion that we have for it. So it's really cool to me to see someone get put in a position at 100 Thieves as a co-owner now, literally, who has that mindset, who has that love of the game, not just his game, but like esports in general. And I think really could, hopefully be a driving force to, I don't know, just like really push forward 100T esports. It's cool to see people getting into those positions of power in these companies and these orgs that are supposed to, make up our space, our ecosystem. So yeah, I mean, shout out. Hopefully we see big things out of 100 Thieves this coming year, with him at the helm. And I fucking awesome. Moving down, let's we can just start running through game by game.
Yes, sir.
I'll just say mine. Feel free to chime in if you've got any thoughts. Apex. Let me talk about Apex a little bit. So for those who don't know,
give it to me.
Yeah, Apex Champs just concluded last weekend. It was in Sapporo, Japan. Apex Champs next year will also be in Sapporo, Japan, because it was a 3-year deal. And it was a great. I cannot stress this enough. It's a great
capital
fucking
city
tournament
of Hokkaido.
Huh?
For anyone.
Oh
interested.
yeah, that is Hokkaido. Yes.
Sapporo.
Yeah, Sapporo.
It's the capital city.
Very
of
snowy.
Hokkaido.
Very snowy.
Yes, they have the snow festival up there,
They do.
and the beer.
Yes,
good beer.
They do. Yeah, good beer. But yeah, man, it was a great tournament. It was the match point finals was fucking awesome. We got
that clip you sent me of the guy being
dude,
buried by.
That was from the losers match.
Was...
That shit is a 10 out of 10. That's one of the greatest Apex clips of all time. Imagine
It's
fumbling a bag that hard.
It's one of the greatest like BR clips of all time. There's like. That's some like Fortnite shit that happened to him.
Yeah, so
straight up.
For those who've not seen it, there's a great clip from one of the losers elimination games where a team 3-man. So there's a guy who barricaded in a corner where his 2 teammates are down and they're holding their fucking knock shields on him. This team full 3-man dives the last man standing on that team. They fucking die. They get obliterated. They get 1v3'd by a guy backed into a corner. They all die, and his 2 teammates die, so that all of the death boxes are piled on top of him. He literally, and so this is happening on zone close, he couldn't clear the items out of the death boxes piling onto him fast enough, so he just ends up dying to zone. He 1v3s a team, and they in death grief him through their death boxes. It is insane. It is an insane clip. Like, absolutely insane.
Criminal. But,
truly griefing. Yeah, truly a grief.
Them's the breaks.
Dude, I think the like I sent you the clip. It's I was watching it from the beach perspective, and I think my favorite one is like when like I forget who dies first. Like somebody, I think Kimchi dies first, and they're on like player K, and Greek just starts going, player K, what are we doing? What are we doing? And she's just dying to this guy in the 1v3.
Well, it's like he like jumps on top of the shield and immediately just starts spraying downwards because they're all packed into a corner.
And he just fucking dies. He just gets fucking.
And then he just fucking dies. He gets stuck and he just falls in.
To ape a squad with 1 man up and die in a 1v3 is one thing, but then just the way the cards fall, where you not only get 1v3 griefs, a singular man kills all 3 of you, but your death boxes just end up trapping him and killing him. I don't know. There is no bigger grief in the history of the planet than that. That is insane. That is fucking insane. But the match point finals was actually incredible. You should watch it. Even though I'm about to spoil who won, it is a worthwhile watch. There's some great drama. Falcons gets off to a crazy start, and everyone's like, "Oh no, Evil Empire! Falcons is about to win the fucking tournament."
If you don't want to know who wins because you didn't watch it, and you're watching this video before that for some reason, because this should be out well after that news is broken. Skip to the timestamp posted on the screen.
So obviously great drama. There's a great moment of like Falcons is about to win it. Everyone thinks the tournament's over, and like in a fucking miraculous victory, Fnatic of all people, Japanese team in Japan, like stop it and continue. The whole arena goes. They see because no one is sure who's winning until the last second. Like we're talking about a last second zone close, and then just the "You are the champion" pops up on screen, and everyone, and then it says like Fnatic, and you can hear through like Nicewick and Greek's mic the entire arena erupt in fucking cheers because the Falcons did not win, meaning match point finals continues. It's incredible. And like, so Oblivion ends up winning. For those who do not know the story of Oblivion, it is an unsigned team, by the way. They had no org going in. They still don't have an org. Hopefully after winning a fucking, finals, they get one. They got in through last chance qualifier. Get to Sapporo, fucking still unsigned in Sapporo, and they win it all. It's Monsoon, Fun, and Blinkser. Monsoon had come back from retirement to play on this team. He was just like doing some occasional coaching gigs and cooking at a bakery was what he was doing before going to this team. And then he fucking comes back to this team and they fucking won it all. He has the team has one of the sickest pop-offs. Monsoon is like so insane out of his mind elated. He runs out of the pod, it just starts running. There's a great video on Twitter that you can find of the camera, like one of the cameramen followed him because it's like, obviously you got to get the shot. Monsoon runs out of their little booth and is running around the arena, like high-fiving camera guys, and like runs up to where the B stream is and like hugs Wig and Greek like from over the guardrail after winning. Like it's so sick, man. It's so That's fucking awesome. Sick. And then he like runs back to the booth where like obviously his team is, and he just like out of breath, like full plant sits on the floor, and they just like zoom in on him as he's sitting on the floor with like strobe lights behind him, and he's like 1,000-yard stare, like in just utter disbelief. Yeah, like it is incredible, awesome. Man. It's so That's good. So it's cool. They're such a sick dudes. It's like obviously a dude beloved by the community that like finally was considered one of the best players at one point, but really never won like a LAN, and he finally gets his fucking LAN win, and like with a team of like old veterans who've been playing and also hadn't won anything, and for them to be like an unsigned team, like so it's just so sick. It's so fucking sick. It's worth watching. Trust, like go watch it. And to me, spoiler alert. Now we're done talking. Going back to it, for me, 2026, I think it's exciting that we have that kind of champion winning Sapporo, an unsigned one, going into the next year. And I mean, Apex is in a somewhat bright spot. I think a lot of people will tell you the way champ bans have kind of worked out, legend bans, has made for a much more fun and entertaining competitive to watch from a spectator standpoint, and it's more interesting from a player standpoint. I think the balance changes in the game have been really good. The one thing they have working against them that I hope maybe we can finally solve in 2026, all the pros will tell you, anyone who grinds ranked to a Predator level will tell you, they fucking hate ranked in Apex. All Apex rank grinders fucking hate it. They think that the system needs to be reworked. Every time they try to do something, it kind of falls flat. So hopefully they can solve the rank dilemma. But I mean, comp is looking great, man. It's a fun meta. It's a good time. It's a great watch. Match point finals is one of the most exciting formats in all of esports. Straight up, it is fucking sick, man. When a team is on match point and they've got to get that final win, like, and you see them in a final endgame zone, if you're rooting for that team, you're on the edge of your seat because you're like, they can do it. And if you're not rooting for that team, you're still on the edge of your seat because you're like, please, anyone kill this team so that the tournament continues. Like it is amazing. It is so fucking good. And we now have confirmed, they announced early, thank God, finally, because everyone was worried that they weren't going to say what was going on with Year 6. But they did say, we know that the Open is happening immediately in February for the Open LAN. That's going to eventually lead into the first LAN of the year, which is, I believe, the Riyadh LAN. And then the second split, we're getting a LAN in Las Vegas. That should be pretty lit. And then, obviously, Champs finally again in Sapporo for the third year. So we have a roadmap. Fucking cool. Yeah, man.
Nice.
Apex in 2026. I hopefully bright things. I'm going in with a lot of faith, and I'm just stoked to see what happens with Apex.
I'll jump in while we're doing FPSs
Yeah.
for right now. A game very near and dear to me, especially in the last year, is the finals.
Yes.
I think from like a casual standpoint, that game is a lot of fun, and from a competitive standpoint, I think it goes even crazier because the thing about the finals is that it's fully dynamic maps. Pretty much everything on the map can be interacted with in some way, whether it's picking it up and throwing it, or it's blowing the roof off of a building, or it's blasting a building down from the foundation. There's all kinds of like interesting interactions and fun tech that you can do. It's also very movement heavy. Everything is very fluid. There's lights have a grappling hook and all kinds of like crazy and fun stuff that you can do in that game. So from a casual standpoint, it's very entertaining to play and to interact with, and from a competitive standpoint, it's just incredible to watch. Like the mental gymnastics that need to happen for a lot of these plays to like be executed. Right. And so last year, 2025, the finals had their $1 million tournament, the Grand Major. And most people probably watching did not watch that because it's the finals, and the finals isn't very popular.
Right.
So I'm just gonna rip the bandit off on who won. Shout out to, I believe the team's called Nightmare, and their tag is like NTMR.
Yeah.
Congratulations to them. They won.
Oh yeah.
The competitive format to the finals is fairly straightforward. The game is already structured in a tournament format.
Yes.
So it's 4 teams of 3 compete to stack money, essentially. You have a cash box that you bring to a cash out point, and then you have to kind of play defense on that point from the other teams. In a normal game of the finals, there's 2 that spawn, so usually it's devolved down into like a 1v1 scenario with teams. And then the top 2 placing teams of the 4 will progress into the next round, where another game is going on simultaneously, and the top 2 teams from that game will meet the other 2 teams in a semifinals scenario.
Right.
And then from there, rinse and repeat. You do the same thing, and the top 2 teams from there go to the finals. So now it is a 3 versus 3, 1 team versus 1 team game of cash out, and you have to defend the cash box from the other team. And once you get to that grand final where it's just a standard 1 team versus 1 team, you get some really like real tight gameplay in there, right?
Okay.
Like the fights they're more isolated. They obviously there's no like third party interference, so it's a bit less chaotic, and you get a lot more of like the strategic and like slow playing side of the finals, as opposed to the bombastic, very like cartoonish gameplay that you'd get from the other 2 rounds previously. And so that tournament structure kind of works its way into a larger bracket of like 32 teams or so. So with that, the Grand Major I think was a great success. I think there were many fun games to watch. The grand finals were great, and overall, I'm excited to see more of the finals esports. I'm excited to see more like professionally produced. That's the one. Thinking P words. Yeah, to be greater in that, and I kind of think there was a Saudi hand in there because Envy dropped their entire roster after the Grand Major.
Yeah.
After putting out like this is our finals roster like right before it, so it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I'm just glad. Dudes were like, I'm just glad to be playing for the esports. This is like a dream come true. This, that, and the other. And then like a week after the tournament ends, they're just like,
I was
let 'em
welcome to
go.
the Apex door, is what we used to call that, where every team, the
Yeah,
second champs comes around, suddenly C9 has a roster, and then a month after champs, before Pro League starts, C9 doesn't have a roster anymore.
yeah,
You
yeah. So it's that's the way esports is a revolving door for the most part, unfortunately,
know?
unless you're
A very
Riot
established
Games.
game, yeah.
Yeah, but I want to see more of the finals this year. I'm excited to. I don't know if they have a competitive roadmap. Actually, I'm a fake fan. I kind of hope they do. I'll double check that,
Mhm.
and if there is, I'll post it on screen. Um, but yeah, it's a good watch and it's a good time.
Hell yeah.
Play the finals. Go watch the finals.
I should try
I'm
giving it a
sure
watch this year.
there's
I should give it a watch,
yeah
see what I think.
yeah. Give it a try. I mean, we only played like Quick Cash back in the day, and I know that Quick Cash didn't really resonate with you as much. Just because it's like though it's like the quick play mode.
Yeah.
There's only one cash out. There's 3 teams. It's chaotic. Only one team makes it out. It feels like the most optimal way to play is to kind of just like sabotage other teams and then
Yeah.
take it for yourself kind of thing. And the strategic depth doesn't really land in
Well, you
quick cash. But in
quick
a
cash,
full
you just
game,
like keep throwing your body at the thing until you crack it. Like there's no
yeah, until you like brute
team
force
wipe.
it.
Yeah, there's literally like no
Yeah,
like you aren't like
there's no stakes.
there's no stakes.
Another
Yeah.
thing, the respawns. You have respawn tokens in a standard game of the finals. So in from the perspective of quick cash, where you can just throw your body at them and you just respawn an unlimited amount of times.
Yeah.
In a standard game, each player only has 2 respawn tokens, so you have to be strategic with where you die. Your teammates have to pick you up and bring you to safe locations to revive you. You have to be, conscious of how many times you revived yourself, or
Yeah.
like what you're like when it's a good
Yeah,
time
there's
to
just
bring
more
yourself
stakes.
back and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's you get really granular about how the game is played, and I think it lends itself to a very fun and very tense competitive environment to watch. It's very cool game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Next up on the list, what do we got?
Let's just run through fighting games to close this out, right? Those are let's do LCS, I guess. Actually,
Let's do LCS.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do LCS.
Yeah.
LCS
Other competitive circuits already started, right? LPL started, LCK.
Yeah, we're
going on.
always a little bit later.
Yeah.
LEC started last weekend. We're starting the 24th, so this weekend.
Yep.
LCS is back. I mean, I think that's the big thing on everyone's mind. Everyone is talking about the branding has returned.
LCS and CB LOL
they have kind of split them
once
up.
again, and
Yeah, they're still keeping some of the like the versus stuff. Like there's a couple of inter regional stuff with them, which is good. I don't think that was a bad
idea. You go
idea.
to Sao Paulo
Yeah.
for like first stands
Right,
or whatever.
yeah.
And
Which I agree with. I think that stuff was fine. But the idea of
and they even said in their like address
Yeah.
that they want more international events for the 2 regions.
and I'm not
'cause-
against it. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
that's
I think
bad.
that's good.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. But like
I think that was one of the bigger problems with LTA was that they weren't doing that.
Yeah.
So to see them doing it now that they're split is kind of weird. But
I mean, the
just glad
split
that
to me is
LCS
for a
back.
branding thing, right? Like it's the idea of like clearly
Yeah.
people were like, we care about the LCS, we don't care about the LTA, and they're at least
Right,
acknowledging that and being
right.
like, yes, absolutely, okay, the
Like,
LCS is back.
The LCS was like a staple.
Yeah.
You've kind of stripped that away.
Yeah.
And
And yeah, that's fucking cool. Like I said, that's cool. I like the LCS. Like I said, the LCS being back is nice. I'm always excited. I like a lot of the rosters this year. I think C9 looks great. I'm curious what TL looks like.
C9 looks very strong.
Sentinels is
I'm
in the
excited
league. What does that
for-
look like?
Yeah. Dark Zero
Yeah, Dark Zero
has
NRG.
brought back NRG instead of just being named Dark Zero.
Don't quite get that one. I think we talked
Yeah,
about this a little
that's-
earlier. I don't quite understand the point of that, but
Yeah,
it is what it is.
That's what it is. That's a whole different conversation.
Bro,
but
they
yeah,
finally
just-
cut out the absolute bullshit, horse, awful, like fucking Harry Potter's Goblet of Fire, fucking Maze of the Abyss format that was last year, where you couldn't tell what anyone was playing for at any given time in the latter 2 splits. Everything's
Yeah.
fucking straightforward now. here's how you get to Worlds. Here's how you get to MSI. Here's how you get to First Stand. Thank
There's how many
God.
slots you
Yeah.
have.
Like, it's all straightforward. We get it. Fucking awesome.
We get an extra slot back. W.
Oh, thank God. But yeah, I think LCS exciting time. And on top of not just the competitive aspect of like teams and stuff looking cool, I think the game is in an interesting spot that I'm excited to see what it looks like. Like, I don't know how much of the new season you've played, the Demacia season.
I played way more than I care to admit recently.
But
I've been trying to like play more single player stuff this year as like a personal thing, just because I love esports, but I also care about video games as a whole.
Real.
So I've been playing through Far Cry 2.
Not real.
That game is not. That game might have been good when it came out. Dog, that game sucks. That game is somehow worse than the first one, but that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, it's a whole different conversation. Based on what you've played, I mean, I don't know. I haven't played a ton of it. I played a little bit, but I'm just very interested to see how all these the role quest stuff and all that, how that transitions into pro play. Because I think it could be pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, listen, I played predominantly mid lane. I haven't played too many of the other roles. I played one game in top lane as Vladimir, and by God, does level 20 Vladimir just seem terrifying. That being said, the boot increase or the boot upgrade in mid lane seems very powerful. Like, you want to get that online ASAP. That seems very powerful to have the faster recall and things like that.
Right.
Like, your tempo is very good. Some of the new items, I'm an Azir player, so I'm running Nashor's Dusk and Dawn into either a Rabadon's or like a Ginsu's. I'll flex if I need like anti-heal into like a Leandry's.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, Leandry's or a Oblivion Orb or something like that.
Right.
So, but Dusk and Dawn feels, specifically that item, feels insanely strong on a number of champions. Like, Volibear gets so much value off of it. Gwen gets so much value off of it. Azir, obviously, I mean, like,
extended team fighters, right? Yeah, like
summon a Sand Soldier, attack somebody with the Sand Soldier. You've procced it once. You Q for the Sand Soldier. You've procced it again. You E to the Sand Soldier. You proc it. You summon another
seems
one.
Like a great,
both of them
like
hit you with it.
Great
it's
Kale
so.
Item.
Oh, it's so good on Kale.
Yeah.
Yeah, just all around. I mean, even on like Vladimir, right? Like, you just Q, get a proc, Q again.
Anything, like I said, anything that's like extended fighting, right?
Like
proc. Not a burster.
Yeah, like your sustained damage feels very good. I mean, even your burst characters want it, right? Because it's extra on hit. It's like Akali will build it. Akali's going Gunblade now because Gunblade is back,
baby. Yeah, I was gonna say the Akali staple.
When I'm not playing the game to win and I'm being a little goblin terrorist and I'm playing Bard in the mid lane, still feels very strong. I'll tell you what. I think this is, if you're gonna do that, this is the patch to do it. You gave me Nashor's, Dusk and Dawn, Ginsu's as a viable build path, and I'm taking it. On hit Bard, this patch.
Return of on hit Bard, bro.
Return of on hit Bard, bro. You have Gunblade, you have Ginsu's, Dusk and Dawn, Nashor's, upgraded boots. If you go attack speed boots, you're a demon. Yeah. Just
it's an exciting time. Like I said, I genuinely am very excited about LCS this year with the revised format and just the game, the state of the game in general. People can't throw at Otacon anymore. It's like
I'm so glad Otacon is gone. I also, everything spawning faster actually just feels so good.
Yeah, I do. Good. I'll say it. I'll be the contrarian in the room. I think I'm gonna miss pro play level ones, but I think for your average user experience, it is just better. Yeah, 100%.
I think, sure, the pro play level ones was like invades and like that
you could occasionally do it. The thing is, they were still rare, so I understand why they're like fuck them. But when they did happen, it was always cool when you got like an interesting
cool.
level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you could still go for it. You could forego your wave and do a 3-minute
In
game.
pro play, I think that is suicide. Like, there's no. I'll say this. I would love to see a level 1 that is worth losing your wave, like at the start of the game for.
No, true. You're right. You're right. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, with how fast the game is, right?
A little too fast, in my opinion, but I think it's overall good. Yeah, I think they could maybe stand to slow the game.
It could be dialed back.
Yeah.
I agree. I think you run to lane and all that, but like with home guard, right? Even if you sack the level 1 and you need to like run back,
I'm not even saying like that. I'm just saying like the pace of the game in general,
out.
right? Like I do think it feels like games are trying. They're trying to like end them in 22 minutes now, and it's like you could go for 24, 25 again. Like it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, like a 30-minute game never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
25. Yeah, I think the pace of the game still feels.
It's still solid.
Good, given how fast it is.
Still solid.
I listen. I'm a career man. I got a full-time job. I like the fast games, right? Turbo mode scares me in Dota because there's some sweats in there for some reason. But a fast league game, I can get behind that. I press some buttons, take a tower, coin flip my lane. It's that easy. It's fine. It's fun.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm not against it. I think maybe game pace wise, I'd like to see it slow down slightly, but I think all in all, it's cool, and I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited to see what it looks like competitively.
In pro play,
because I think it's some interesting stuff there.
See what the top level looks like.
Mm-hmm. And then just LCS being back, man. I'm excited for LCS this year. Things are looking
Worlds
good.
in New York.
Worlds in New York.
Worlds is back in NA, baby.
Yeah, Worlds in New York. I mean, big.
We might be there. Come say hi.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're gonna try to be out there.
Making a conscious effort. It is in November. It is Thanksgiving. I also, for the last like 5 years, have kind of found myself in New York
around that time. Yeah.
Like every year. So, it is what it was. Just keeping up with tradition. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
So.
Outside of League, all right. I guess fighting games. Let's wrap her up.
Yes, sir.
Fighting games, I actually think so. Outside of my cons about Street Fighter, and I do have some additional cons that I guess I'll bring up right immediately. I do think we're starting to live in a Street Fighter dominant era, and I don't know how good for the genre that is. So like, hopefully, and I think this is a double compound issue, right? Where the Street Fighter has become so big, it's becoming like too big to fail type deal. It's becoming the only game in the FGC again in some place, especially in Japan. If you haven't seen the early bird registration numbers for EVO, because early bird ended January 18th, the numbers for EVO Japan as of early bird are as follows, starting from least to highest. Under Night Inburst System Celeste at 45, Virtua Fighter 5 Revo at 53, Nazi Blood Type Lumina at 61, Hokuto no Ken at 72, The King of Fighters 15.
It's saying that game is on the roster, by the way.
Yeah.
Where's my Sengoku Basara cross?
It's coming to me. I mean, it's considering they exclusively
say if H and K is there.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. I guess maybe that's next. King of
Fighters SBX.
King of Fighters 15 at 72. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves 130 entrants. 2XKO 140 entrants. Vampire Savior 152 entrants. Grand Blue Fantasy Rising 161. Tekken 8 219 at EVO Japan. Guilty Gear Strive 234 at EVO Japan. Street Fighter 6 at Early Bird Special. So for Early Bird tickets, obviously you can still buy, these numbers will increase. But at the end of Early Bird, the registration numbers for Street Fighter 6 at EVO Japan this year, 3,135. That country plays one game, man. I don't know.
3,000?
3,000. The next closest is at 234. In Japan.
Brother.
That country plays one game. That country plays one game and one game only.
Yep.
And I don't think that's always a positive thing. I think if you look at When Street Fighter V historically kind of fumbled the bag, it opened up a lot of people's eyes to the greater world of fighting games, and I think you saw an expansion that was good for the genre. People being like, what's this Guilty Gear game? What's this Persona game? What's going on with Tekken? I don't want to go back to the Street Fighter 4 where it's like, bro, you're not playing Street Fighter 4. Why are you playing fighting games? I don't want to go back to that. That's not a good thing. We shouldn't be happy to return to that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely agree.
Hopefully, and to get on my double compounding issue, obviously fighting games are in a bit of a weird spot right now because all of the games are in this weird holding pattern, right? Everyone's waiting for Tekken 8 patch because that game has been on the mend since Season 2. Guilty Gear Strive went through a couple of rough patches. We're now in a pretty good patch. I think most people who are playing the game at a high level will tell you that the current patch is pretty interesting. Obviously, Pot's a demon and no one wants to deal with him. Happy Chaos is a demon, nobody wants to deal with him. But outside of those two, everything's pretty okay. But we're still kind of in a weird spot because everyone knows, and this is a pro, by the way, I'll say this, we'll throw it in there. Pro, Street Fighter or Guilty Gear Strive 2.0, everyone's looking forward to it this year. That being said, That shit ain't until probably like July. So we're on this patch for conceivably the next 6 months, and we've been on this patch since like 4 months ago. You know, like it's been a while.
Like we're not. Yeah. When's TGS? It's in the summer, right? Like it is around that time.
Yeah.
So So we probably will see something then, unless there's like an ARC Revo or some other like developer.
My assumption is you will get an announcement about the date for 2.0 after Evo of next year, and Evo is in July. Yes. So like that's kind of my guess on it. Would be I would expect August maybe but it's all rough guesses. They're like rough guesses. But yeah, so obviously the thing is with Street Fighter 6 is Street Fighter 6 was kind of immune to this because obviously the game was really good. That game, because it was going so well, when it got its Season 2, nothing super changed. They played it very safe, and now we're in, we're getting through, Season 3 now? We're coming to the end, we're going into Season 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
The Street Fighter players they're like, hey man, how about you change the game this time? So I'm really hopeful that this next Street Fighter season actually switches the game up, because if it doesn't, I think we're going to have a crisis on our hands, where everyone's going to be like, bro, what the fuck? All of these games suck. What is happening?
What's going on?
So hopefully Capcom decides to make some big changes, take some swings, take some risks with the next Street Fighter season to just make the game feel fresh again, change it up. Kill Mai, delete her from the game. Fuck that character. Fuck that character. Holy shit. But yeah, so obviously that's negative, but besides obviously we're looking forward to Strive 2.0. I think both you and I are really excited for what possibly that could be. As much as we ragged on that Garo trailer.
Vocalist.
Whoa, what's up?
You see the female vocalist?
She's back in Japan, right?
Soundtrack is back in Japan.
Yeah, I saw that.
The jam theme is gonna be fire.
Yep. Give me the OSTs, baby. Give me the OSTs. I want the themes. The jam theme, give it to me.
Give it to me now. Inject it into my bloodstream.
Absolutely. The new Garu City of the Wolves characters look cool. The gameplay they showed of them, in my opinion, looks cool. I was seeing some talk on Twitter about the balance patch for that game, where they're like, apparently, like, everyone's saying, like, hey, they're making the game more ham, and I don't think that's what the game needs. Like, I don't think these characters need to be more amped and blowing each other up. So we'll see how that pans out. Strive 2.0, we're looking forward to it. Tekken 8, I am cautiously optimistic. Obviously, we had the retirement of the legend, Harada, in last year. Shout out, fucking legendary career. If you haven't heard his final parting gift to us at the Tekken and fighting game community, it was a hour-long mix he did of the Tekken soundtracks. Heater.
He's got a
heater, bro.
DJing.
Yeah, absolute heater. He is retired, and obviously he said, like, hey, this last couple of years I've been trying to build a team that I think can, like, carry on the game in my stead. And I'm interested to see what that looks like. What is the future of Tekken with Harada no longer at the helm? That's a big
I'm a
thing. It's
little
a big.
worried because they made Tekken throws do damage.
So
And that
apparently,
is
if you believe
bad.
the old that balance team is no longer working on the game after that change for good reason. Because
Well, listen, if Hirata spent all this time building a team, right, and he had to just get rid of that team, I'm very scared.
we'll see. We will see. Tumultuous. I will say.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm like I said, cautiously optimistic for what the future of Tekken looks like. But
Yes.
I am somewhat excited. Because it's just like it can take a bold new direction without Harada at the helm. And what does that look like? Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Maybe they keep it. They keep it by the book. But either way, we'll see. And if you ask most Tekken players, the new characters that have been coming out, they're all pretty well received. So at least from a character designing standpoint, they seem to be hitting. People liked Armored King. People liked Yarisu. Everyone has been saying that the characters are being developed well and are fun inclusions to the game. And are not kind of falling into the traps that like Clive and fucking Anna and like all of those characters were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so beyond that, I think the last thing I want to shout out for fighting games is our newcomer to the stage, and I think it's a pro. I'm excited to see what they do in their first year. 2XKO. I mean, we're officially in season 1. The game's not perfect, but the game is good, and I just want to see how Riot approaches the fighting game community.
Yeah. I mean, we touched on it just a little bit with the first strike tournament
Yes,
prize pools and everything.
Great
So,
first
I mean,
impression in my book. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they've got a pretty good idea on what needs. I mean, they've got together a team that understands fighting games,
Absolutely,
understands
yeah.
the culture,
They
and
pulled from the right places.
that want to do well for not just the community but also for their game. Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think 2XKO has the potential to kind of take over and in its own niche,
Yeah.
right? And be like a living tag game that people can kind of fall back onto because the tag space is
Been dormant for a
we don't have
while,
a new
man.
Marvel game.
It's
right?
the
We've
Marvel
got,
diehards or what? Like what else are you going to play?
yeah, you've got Tokon coming out eventually,
Eventually this year,
right?
yeah, at some point.
And it'll be interesting how that stacks up to 2XKO because 2XKO will have multiple seasons already. It'll be kind of a mainstay, I think, for most people.
Mm-hmm.
And will Tokon be able to dethrone it? Will it have the Marvel DNA that people are looking for, or will it kind of fall to the wayside and be a bit too anime for them?
True. Yeah, I'm curious because obviously we know I didn't play either the alpha beta
Or
things.
is Avatar Legends just going to cannibalize all of it?
Dude,
And everybody's just
true.
going to love Avatar.
I'm actually
Because
excited
that
to see what that
IP, I think, holds more weight than League of Legends and anime Marvel. Although, maybe not anime Marvel, but I think Avatar holds more weight than League of Legends.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
Yeah.
for certain.
Um,
League of Legends will just get them with updates. They'll be like, hey, there's like 70 characters. And they'll be like, this is the Smash Ultimate problem. We don't want 70 characters.
Yeah, I'm curious how they tackle that. Obviously, we know they said they're going for 4, was it like 4 champs a year, 5 champs a year, something like that.
5 champs a year.
And like, I think that's sick. I think in a world where Street Fighter releases 4 over the course of like what feels like 2 years, we probably want to go faster than that. So like, yeah, I think 4 in a year sounds pretty good. I think me and you have talked before about their balancing philosophy. I think that's maybe the one thing that they will kind of need to work out in the future as 2XKO continues. A balance patch every 5 weeks just ain't it for a fighting game, in my opinion. I think at most keep it quarterly, 1 balance patch a quarter, with a big, maybe a 5th, obviously being a big like seasonal patch that does big changes at the start of every year.
Yeah.
But yeah, patch every 5 weeks feels like a lot to me, to be perfectly honest. And I don't know how sustainable that is going forward. But, we'll see. That's part of the excitement for 2XKO for me is what does that game's first competitive year look like? Is it a shit show? Is it great? I don't know, but I'm excited to see it from the sideline.
I agree.
All right, man. Any final bold predictions? Anything else in 2026? Do you want to call out a guest character or something to finish us off? You want to give us a date on Cash? Give me a good bold prediction for 2026.
All right, I'm lining this up. So, the war in Ukraine was all a farce. No, I'm just kidding. It was all just a marketing ploy to get cash in the game. We're gonna get drone footage, like viral drone footage, and it's gonna fly.
It's the craziest ARG of all time.
Yeah, no, there's like a drone flies into a warehouse, and then like it cuts around a corner, and then someone's like, "Wait, isn't that fucking tree?" And then it like, and the feed cuts, and then you have like the simple clip of him like dropping off of heaven. And the audio clip is like, it's not. This is an FPL. This is a major.
Oh my god,
the drone footage ends. That's terrible.
They
would never do that.
That's a banger.
Yeah, that's how we get cash introduced. It's a BC gaming clip of Simple just hitting that clip again. And then it zooms out of his monitor and like flips around to like face him. And then he's like,
"Dude, hold on.
Still got dude."
That's my next bold prediction. Do you think BC Gaming makes a tier 1 event? Do they get enough VRS points to get out of a tier 2 event and get to a tier 1 event in the year 2026?
Well, they're qualified for like a pro league or something. No,
are they? I didn't know that. Did they qualify for a pro league?
I think so.
Okay.
Gaming. Yeah, we'll get the stats up eventually.
We'll see.
Talk
about
it.
It's not that important. But yeah, I mean, fuck. I'm gonna say Street Fighter 6 did not learn its lesson with and we'll have a
they're at IEM Rio.
Okay, cool.
They're in the qualifier.
Cool. All right, interesting. That's exciting. I'm excited.
Then they have a match on the 28th against Legacy at Krakow.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So they played a game today for the Rio closed qualifier.
How'd that go?
And they play again on the 28th against Legacy.
Okay. All right. Fuck. Okay. Maybe we see some Simple in tier 1 competition again with BC.
Listen, Simple versus Vitality rematch. Just not with FaZe. Simple and Electronic. Electronic is gonna
just a side,
someone.
literal sidebar here because I was looking at the HLTV for BC game. Funny thing, I see HLTV's player of the week is Molodoy, which obviously great player, but their statistic that they have under him for player of the week is op kills per round at 0.49. What is that statistic for player of the week?
Yeah, that's like the Zywoo clip of him breaking the smoke and getting immediately picked.
What the fuck
you can
is
unlock
that
on your souvenirs. Yeah, what is what?
Or player of the week is putting up half an op kill a round. Let's go. He's getting an op kill every other round. Is what that translates to.
It's the CS golden boy right now. It's Molodoy. Everybody's drinking the Molodoy Kool-Aid.
I do think he's very good. I think he's very, very good. Obviously. My bold prediction for 2026: Street Fighter 6 did not learn their lesson, and so next season they will introduce another guest character, but this time they already hit King of Fighters. They're gonna honor the roots of the Tekken X Street Fighter crossover, and it's gonna be like Kazuya Mishima, and he's gonna become just as much of a fucking problem for Street Fighter as Mai did.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
Yeah.
God, that'd be kind of sick though. I'd play Kaz in Street Fighter 6.
I'm not against the guest character part of it. I'm against
Godfist
what
off of Drive Rush.
Yeah, I'm against
think
what
about that.
Mai became. That's why I'm against.
Yeah.
Because God, that character is not. Yeah, the character is not okay. She is not okay.
Get her out.
Get her out. Like I said,
well,
I'm a kill that character. Yeah, next balance patch, please. I get it. We don't want my players to feel bad. They've had a full year. shoot her in the head.
Send her back to her own game.
Send her on vacation. I fucking make her absolute dog shit for a season, and then figure out how to rework her into a decent character after that. But get rid of her.
Mm-hmm. All right, with that, with our gripes and grievances aired, with our hopes for the future made clear, made known.
Damn.
We leave
We're
you
fighting for the future with the Alex release date looming. Think about that. Street Fighter 3 bars. Fight
That's
for
a
the
bar.
future.
That's a bar. Should have been Sean.
Should have been.
Should have been Sean. Listen. Alex
Dude,
is
Alex
cool.
looks so sick.
Alex looks really cool. Should have been Sean. Give me Sean.
Shoot,
Next
I would
season,
say next
give me
season,
Sean.
baby. Give me Sean.
Yeah,
He better
give me
shoot the
Sean.
3 too.
He's-
Still.
Yeah. Be so sick. All right. We pass it to you, the viewer. Let us know down below. What are you hopeful for? What did you not like about last year? What are you looking forward to this year? Are you going to play any RTSs? What guest characters do you want to see in your favorite
Or do
fighting
you
games?
not want to see another guest character again?
Or
Are
do
you
you not want to see
fucking
guest
over it?
characters ever again? Are you tired of them? Do you want only original characters? Who's your Guilty Gear OC that you're going to find that... Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know in the comments. Like, comment, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell if we have a bell. Do we have a bell? I think we have
Get a bell.
Ring that
Get
bell.
a bell. We got one.
Yeah, ring that bell so you know when we post. We're going to be posting a bit more in 2026.
2026 is the comeback.
Keep it locked here. HotKeys Esports. I've been Doban.
Preyter.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Later.
Take care, everybody.